From Big 12 Media Days, I'm Jenni Carlson here with Ryan Aber. We're in Frisco, Texas at Ford Center at the Star. This is the Dallas Cowboys' big indoor facility out here. We've got a big field. We've got a bunch of media. We've got a bunch of players and coaches. Sooners were here today with 4 other teams. And Ryan, let's start with some news. Let's start with Will Sunderland. Obviously a guy that was expected to start, play a big role in the Sooner secondary. It sounds like he may not ever play again for the Sooners.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley was pretty definitive and said if Will Sunderland isn't exonerated, that's the word he used, that he didn't see him being a part of this football team's future, which is as strong as anything has been said about this. Now, Will Sunderland was charged in connection with a robbery of a couple of video game systems. Freshman baseball players in the dorm, was also charged with a misdemeanor in Oklahoma County in relation to selling those video systems, allegedly. So a really difficult situation, but it looks like Oklahoma is prepared to move forward without Will Sunderland.
Yeah, again, that's obviously still to be determined. But another situation kind of popping up today, Ryan, that we had kind of been following behind the scenes with Austin Seibert, the punter. We thought he might not be with the team this summer, but we got some clarity in this situation because we couldn't quite track it down. What did we learn today about him?
Yeah, this is something that Brooke Pryor and I have been working on for the last couple weeks. Austin Seibert was not enrolled in school this summer, as a result, has not been working out with the football team. So his future, they expect him to be back, but a little bit cloudy. And this is similar. Kyler Murray wasn't enrolled this summer. He chose to play baseball, but this is a different situation because there wasn't that thing like that, like baseball, to keep Seibert away.
All right, again, a situation we'll continue to follow as we try to figure out what his future might hold with the Sooners. But players that we do know that will be a part of this, headlined by Baker Mayfield, who was here today, one of the Heisman Trophy finalists, the preseason Offensive Player of the Year in the Big 12. He obviously had the off-field situation in Arkansas, but that seems to be well behind him. One of the most sought-after guys today. He seems really focused on what's about to happen as he plays his final year as a Sooner.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been to this event before. He was the only player among this group who had gone through it before. He's obviously very relaxed in these situations. He's sort of made for this environment. Once again today, the same thing. I don't think there was anything boisterous or braggadocious really that was said. But Baker Mayfield certainly handled the situation. Now, the most interesting thing I thought I learned about Baker Mayfield and his situation as we look at what happened in February in Arkansas was that a group of the leadership of this team voted on the punishment for Baker Mayfield. We saw Lincoln Riley come out publicly and say what that punishment is, which is something that is unusual for this program. But I thought it was interesting talking to not only Baker, but also the other players here, Orlando Brown, Obo Okoronkwo, and Stephen Parker, about that process that holds to the players keeping themselves accountable rather than just coming from Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, and some of that punishment included community service, and Baker Mayfield talking about like doing meals on wheels and some different things. That's kind of interesting to think about how his offseason evolved from that. But you mentioned that Baker Mayfield had been here before, but a guy that had never been here before is his head coach. Baker Mayfield made the point that he's more veteran to Big 12 Media Days than his head coach is, the rookie head coach Lincoln Riley. How did you see Lincoln approach this day? Bob Stoops always seemed to maybe be at his easiest, I guess, maybe when it came to dealing with the media at this event. How was Lincoln today?
Well, Lincoln was absolutely as relaxed as Bob, if not more, and he was as relaxed here just a few minutes ago, here at 4 o'clock, than he was at 9 o'clock this morning, or a little bit after 9 when he rolled into the place. He's really comfortable interacting with people, was really comfortable answering questions both at the big stage up here and in the smaller breakouts, and I thought handled himself really well. All the players talked about the way that he interacts, not only with them, with the recruits, but also the way he interacts with other people, the media, the boosters, things like that, and we got to see the charm of Lincoln Riley today.
All right, lots to digest after media today. We'll have tons of video, tons of online reporting, and in the newspaper reporting, so be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.